Hi, my name's Lori, and my tutorial is on the website Goodreads. Well, what is Goodreads? It's a social media website created for sharing books by people that love to read. This is where a user can browse friends' bookshelves virtually without having to go to their house, and you can comment on books that you've recently read, rate books that you've read, share your opinion, and read other people's opinions. There are thousands of book clubs on Goodreads that you can join. Now, the history of Goodreads is pretty short. It was launched in 2007. It was created by Otis Chandler, who is an engineer, and his now wife Elizabeth, a dancer, writer, and editor. They met at Stanford. And on his living room floor, she wrote the site copy and he wrote the code, and that's how it all began. He said he originally got the idea when he was browsing a friend's bookshelf at their apartment, and he thought there had to be a better way. The mission of Goodreads is to help people find and share books they love with other passionate readers. It's located in San Francisco, and many of the staff members, including the CEO, bike to work every day because they don't want to become a big corporate machine. The statistics of Goodreads are pretty staggering. For a small, independent website, it's now the largest for readers and book recommendations. There are over 25 million members and counting. Over 750 million books have been added to the site, with over 29 million reviews completed. There are 20,000 unique book clubs, and that's growing continuously. Goodreads only has two real competitors, which is Shelfari, which is owned by Amazon, and Library Thing, which is partially owned by Amazon. Unfortunately, Amazon has also bought Goodreads. In 2013, the purchase was made final, but the headquarters will remain in San Francisco. This will allow Goodreads to be able to invest more money into users things want, and they will be able to grow and add new team members. Over 30% of Goodreads users already own Kindle devices, so Chandler believes they'll be able to reach more people with their affiliation to Amazon. This is what the Goodreads homepage looks like. And the areas of the homepage are tips for using the site, personal toolbar, currently reading, updates, discussions, recommendations, profiles, bookshelves, polls, and quote of the day. We're going to go to each one of these individually. Okay, welcome to my Goodreads homepage. See, Lori, that's me. And this is my homepage. Up at the top, you've got your toolbar with Home, My Books, Friends, Recommendations, and Explore. We'll talk about each one of these individually in just a few minutes. But we're going to look at the homepage first. And after the toolbar, we'll look here. These are the tips. And these are different things that you can click on to make your Goodreads experience a little better. And then over here, this is what I'm currently reading. This is Insurgent by Veronica Roth. It's going to take me a while because the semester is going to be really long. And after currently reading is recommendations. And these are based on books that I've read, books I want to read, and my genres. I have 3 favorite genres listed. And so these are books based on those. And then over here, we have recent updates and discussion section. The updates are what readers are saying now. This one's dated March 4th, which is yesterday. These are not affiliated with books that I have read. This is just the most recent updates that people have posted. And there's lots of them. And if it looks interesting, you can always click Want to Read this book, or if you've already read it, you can rate it 5-star rating. I click on the discussion section. Now these are books that I have read. These are all different things going on with all the books that I have read. This is all a list of books that I have read at one time or another. And there's different things for each one. This one's got a word game, 2 word games, and then a trivia about who you would be if you were in the book. Then the next section over on this side is my profile. And it says I have 60 books, 1 friend. Oh, I need more friends. And then you can go to the different sections from my profile. And then down here is the reading challenge, which is kind of unique. You can decide how many books that you would like to read and enter it in this box for the year of 2014. And then start the challenge. As you enter books in, Goodreads will keep track of them, and at the end of the year, it will tell you whether or not you made your challenge. And then down below here is my bookshelves. I have 3 bookshelves, read, currently reading, and to read. Down below that is a featured poll. There's lots of these. You can scroll through them. Some of them are interesting, some of them are not. There's a little bit of something for everyone. And below that are quote of the day. Some of these are really interesting. In fact, I've actually used one of them on my email address because it was about books and reading, and I just found it very interesting. Now we'll go back up to the top of my home page, and up here is the search bar. And you can search by title, author, or ISBN. And I'm going to search for one of my favorite authors, Garth Nix. And these are some of the books by him, and you can click on it and it'll take you right to it and give you interesting information about it. And this is actually my review on it, and you can see if any of your friends have read it in the community and different things like that. Next, we're going to talk about the personal toolbar, which is what makes Goodreads personal for you. So this is my home page again. Now the home button, no matter where you go into the site, you click on home and it'll take you back to this page. And it will also refresh this page if you want to see if somebody has changed their updates. The next section is the My Books section. And if we click on My Books, we get a list of all the books that I have read. It comes up, starts with all the books that I've read. You can go to all books currently reading or to read. And you can see the different ratings of the different books. That was all books. These are the ones that I've read, and these are my ratings of the book. And I can compare them to other people's ratings of the book. Because you can see I pretty much only read books that I like, because I don't finish them if I don't. And then we'll go to the friends section. And as you can see, I only have one friend. Boo, I need more friends. But you can find friends through Gmail, Twitter, Yahoo, Facebook. You can go all these different ways, or you can just search for people's names. And then we're going to go to recommendations. Now the recommendations, the first list is the overview, and these are recommendations based on the genres that I have selected. And I've got fantasy, science, and science fiction. And then the next section is based on the books that I want to read, my to-read shelf. And then the next ones are based on what I'm currently reading, and then based on my read shelf. And there's also a place right here where you can click, and it will help you to improve your recommendations. You can get more specific about your genres and create custom shelves and things like that that will help Goodreads give you a better list of what you want to read. Now the last section is the Explore section. And if I click on the Explore section, there's a lot in the Explore section. Actually, I'm just going to go to the drop-down menu. There's a list of genres, Listopia, which is actually, this is where there's different lists that you can vote, giveaways where you can win books, popular books that are going on right now, the blog, books that are actually in ebooks. And then there's the fun section with trivias, quizzes, quotes, the community section where you can find groups with similar interests. You can post writings and read other people's writings. You can find people in different events. So the Explore section has a lot of stuff going on in it. The next section of Goodreads is the Goodread Librarian, and this is really unique to Goodreads. If you go back to the home page and scroll down at the bottom and click on the About Us, you're going to get all about Goodreads. And this menu over here has a lot of good stuff. We're going to go to the Librarian Manual. The lowdown on being a librarian on Goodreads. Why would you want to be a librarian on Goodreads? Well, Goodreads librarians get to edit books and the author data. They get to add book covers, combine different editions, and really get into making Goodreads a better experience. How do you become a Goodreads librarian? Well, you have to have at least 50 books in your profile. Then you just apply. Another really interesting section of Goodreads is the author program. It's completely free to help authors reach passionate readers for their books. And they can promote their books there very easily. is designed for people who have already published or are in the process of publishing books. If you are a writer but you haven't published yet, you can go to the writing section, which I showed you before, and you can post your writings to get reviews on it. Now to get to the author section, you go back to your home page or any page, and again you go to the About Us, where we found the librarian section, and you click on Author Program. And this gives you all of the interesting details about a Goodreads author, what it can do for you, how you join, who can join, and there's even a little tutorial down at the bottom. Well, that is the end of my tutorial on Goodreads. These are my references that I've used. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you asked me some really good questions. And get out there and read some books and use Goodreads and become my friend. Thanks.